So, Windows 11, right? Feeling pumped? Well, you should, because this is Microsoft's first major update in a long 6 years. Currently available only in an early build stage. So, I decided to try it out in order to give you guys a Windows 11 preview. Now I'll cover what to expect security-wise, and their improvements on reliability, compatibility, and also some general UI perks. By the way, if you like tech and cybersecurity updates, we'd really appreciate a like and a little subscribe to support us. We work hard to provide reliable advice every week, so it really would make my day. Alright, let's see what has changed with Windows 11, jumping straight into navigation. First impressions. It seems streamlined, sleek, and generally more simplified than the Windows 10 precursor. Dare I say, it's Mac-like. Ooh. Anyway, the biggest changes are around the taskbar. It's centered, with more animations for opening and closing apps, which can be easily moved, and a cleaner tray area overall. Yeah, like Mac. This is now locked at the bottom of the screen though. Then there's the completely redesigned start menu down at the center by default. I like that it takes up less space, but you can no longer customize the tile sizes. Here, you can conveniently find pinned recommendations or recently downloaded apps, which is a nice touch. Another area that's had a complete facelift is the settings. Again, this is where they seem to have taken inspiration from macOS, iOS, with the sleek redesign. So, by the way, how do you feel about that? Does the UI similarities bother you or what? Let me know in the comments below. Not only do they have the classic light and dark themes, you can also have completely customizable options too. This is true to the Windows 10 design, and generally there isn't anything too special to note in this department. Another significant change are widgets. They've not only changed location, but UI in general. These showcase trending news, weather reports, the whole shebang. These can be actually customized too, letting you add, remove, or even resize, which is a nice addition. Something I think you guys will find pretty sweet is the multitasking feature. There are different snap layout functions that let you format your open windows in a more organized manner. From your taskbar, you can quickly jump to different groups of windows. You can even minimize and maximize each group for smoother navigation. I like this because if you're using a monitor in portrait mode, the layouts are also different. That's cool because I found it irritating trying to arrange windows quickly on this kind of setup previously. Now, Microsoft even has introduced some neat little gestures, which makes switching between apps, navigating from desktop apps, or even taking a look at your task view way easier. I'm actually pretty excited about being able to open up new desktop windows for anything, and even changing the background for each of these independently to keep my browsing and work tabs completely separate. Now, I should mention that while Windows 10 also has a virtual desktop preset, it's more of a dedicated gesture in this newer software. Sure, this is a slight change, kind of like their repositioning of the logo. Logo 1, Logo 2, there you go. Full marks for innovation on that one, Microsoft. Maybe they'll go bold for Windows 13? I don't know. Anyway, I do find this gesture more polished in general. There is a notification center down on the right near your calendar, which is pretty standard. Having said this, I did notice that the quick settings are now separated and actually have less access, at least for now anyway. There is even a touch keyboard. Sure, it isn't all that revolutionary, but they do have a huge selection of new themes, with the addition of gift sharing services and some redesigned emojis too, because why not? More emojis, woohoo! There are some display improvements with Windows 11, and they say there's a lot more to come in the future, like HDR being enabled automatically when content's played. But for now, it's pretty cool that there's a dynamic refresh rate, letting your PC automatically boost the refresh rate when you're inking or scrolling. What does that mean? Well, basically tailoring your experience and even saving your laptop's power in some cases. Oh, talking about reliability, I should mention that the experience isn't 100% perfect as of now. Of course, it's going to be a little buggy, it's new. But I am happy that the frequent updates will be introduced and they'll supposedly improve your PC's performance. Windows 11 has chosen CPUs that embrace this new Windows driver model. These are even supported by silicon partners that are achieving a 99% crash-free experience. Now, when it comes to compatibility, it's specifically been designed to be compatible with all the standard apps, and it should be compatible with the vast majorities of PCs on the market. Quote, it has the fundamentals of greater than 1 GHz 2-core processors, 4 GB memory, and 64 GB of storage, end quote. And top tip, not all PCs and laptops have TPM enabled by BIOS. So even if your PC is showing it's not compatible with Windows 11, it might be that you just have to go to BIOS to enable it. On a lighter note, I'm happy to see they'll introduce Windows 11 to Android apps natively for the very first time. Though this isn't available in the current build, so fingers crossed it's coming soon, right? Rumor has it this should include gaming performance improvements, which some YouTubers have reported with the previous build. And don't worry, the Xbox app will still be integrated into Windows 11 for easier Game Pass access. They even boast of Xbox improvements. Oh, that reminds me of the Microsoft Store. There aren't many changes as of yet, but Microsoft is looking to overhaul their App Store. Eventually, they'll let developers put forward any Windows applications. Now, drumroll please, getting into the serious stuff. Will Windows 11 be more secure than its predecessor, Windows 10? Well, Microsoft has introduced a combination of features that, through testing, have proven to reduce malware by 60%. Really goes without saying that these aren't a one-time fix, and we're always going to recommend a designated tool to safeguard your online life. Take a reliable antivirus, for example. We have some Windows-specific best antivirus picks, and I'll even add some discounts down in the description. And there's also some additional research from our website so you can compare providers as well. Okay, let's take a closer look at these Windows 11 protections. There is a device encryption tool present in this update as well. When turned on, this protects your folders and files from unauthorized access. Although now you'll need to use your Microsoft account login to enable this, so make sure you've got that stored somewhere securely. While I was setting up the device decryption, I came across their Windows Hello security practice. This isn't something that's all that innovative, but it's still highly valuable. In short, Windows Hello is a biometric or PIN-based login for instant access to your PC. It also goes without saying that the wider choice makes it safer and easier to access your PC because your PIN is only associated with the single device, which is thankfully backed up for recovery with your Microsoft account. I should also mention that Microsoft is shifting to a so-called Zero Trust security framework. This will be alongside such security protections that have been in the making since Windows 8. Virtualization-based security and hypervisor protected code integrity, which works by encrypting memory sectors in order to protect data that could potentially be interfered with by other apps. And what would Windows 11 be without the security standard for members of the PC industry, a secure boot? This essentially means that the device only boots while using trusted software from the OEM. But remember, we'll do some real security tests and stuff like that in the future once the full version is out. So please be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on that. Now, if this video has helped you in any way, shape, or form, you better slam that like button as well. So while I think this new update isn't a complete overhaul of Windows 10, it is safe to say that they've had a couple of nice touch-ups here and there, and they've sorted out all the creaky floorboards. I'm sure many of you are going to appreciate the streamlined experience and sleek UI, but at this stage, there are still changes and some improvements to be made. And I'm glad they've incorporated some more security practices. I mean, it is 2021 after all. But if anything, the sheer volume of Windows 11 memes that I've encountered have made this whole preview completely worthwhile. There you have it, a complete Windows 11 walkthrough. So what are you looking forward to the most from this updated version? Let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.